Alkalinity 64 here, Newcastle Station here for meeting at Southwell, and actually to York yesterday, on Friday. Didn't have to record anything because just various busyness there. Decent enough meeting. And then people hands after racing at the York Tap. Well, saying I won, and then an hour late train delay, so I thought I'd end up with a couple more. And accidentally doing a real cider. I didn't realise what it was when I was buying it, but I saw distracted by the pina colada name.
For the 0859
Trans-Pennine
Express service to Liverpool Lime Street via Manchester Victoria.
Maybe I shouldn't be sat here. Close
Chester
to
Street,
the tannoy.
Durham, Darlington, York, Leeds, Brighouse, Manchester Victoria, Newton Le Willows, Lee Green and Liverpool Lime Street.
The main problem I have here is I have to go via Nottingham today to Southwell.
Short platforms.
I would normally go via Newark and then switch from Northgate to Castle. Newgate Castle. I go the shortest journey to Wollaston.
You must buy a ticket
But
before boarding this train.
yeah, but the problem is the trains are too.
45 Northern service to Carlisle via Hexham
Gone by now.
is delayed by approximately 11 minutes.
That's the thinking
This
is
is
past
due
this
to
time.
engineering works not being finished on time.
Not first time that's happened, I'm
We're sorry
afraid.
that your
But anyway.
journey will take longer than planned.
Well, my journey is longer than planned because I have to go via Nottingham, and it's an absolute pain. I've got an hour of waiting in Leeds actually. Between change at York's quite tight, but I mean I've got a long time. I think I was worrying a little bit there about that because there's so few trains out Nottingham to Wollaston. There'll be a 2 hour delay, and later on, and I may actually almost the first racing anyway. There's an extra races come in, and I actually literally get starts as I get into. There's not half an hour earlier now. So the meeting, so I get into Wollaston, which is where Southwell racecourse is, if you don't know that. It's not Southwell. I mean, Southwell's 2 miles to the north of Wollaston station, actually. And I would have... So now get in literally when that way starts, which, it's a decent race, actually, but I just can't make it. It's a split to 2, basically, is it? Possibly going to train, but I've still got another 8 minutes of a train. Just some...
The train at platform 1 is the 0854 Northern service to Ashington.
I'm thinking I must get to Ashington at some point. Maybe to Autumn Colliery Museum again.
This train has 4 coaches.
I mean to get that new train, the new train to Ashington. It used to be, well, a number of decades ago, it used to be a passenger line, and then a stage goods line, which is why we could convert it back to a passenger line quite easily, because the infrastructure is still there. They've got a couple of new stations. Some have been delayed, unfortunately.
The next
It's a
train
little
to
annoying.
arrive at platform 9 will be the 0845 Northern service to Carlisle.
But we're thinking it might be some serious meeting. It's a really good meeting at Southwell. As I said a couple of times, I was at late 2021. It might be. Southwell meeting was said it was their best meeting of all time to the prize money, and it wasn't that great. Nothing like this sort of prize money.
This train has 2 coaches.
At least it's hope to see all the way to want to like to have seen. The last meeting at Southwell I went to, I said when I went day after Leicester, the time was so ridiculous, but the last race was the race I wanted to watch, and I couldn't hang around because of the train times. So York was decent enough. Once there was at York, it was decent enough racing. Very warm though, and I actually just had for once a Jack and Tie ticket, the carry ticket, and I just sat in the stands near from the running. Well, I say the stands, but the county stand technically or enclosure. And I just sat up there in the seats of the town meeting. I part one, town run off to find some free water. But it's sort of slightly slightly cooler, but it's still been quite. It's going to be very warm still as well. My original plan was have compliance in Leeds this morning, so getting at 10:40, and my train leaves about just under before 12:10. But I had 3 pints last night, and I spent a stone shadow in Newcastle, and I'm not sure I really feel like it. I think I might just get something to eat and just do that instead. So train, the setup would be, it must be cheaper, I think. And my normal way to do this has always been to bar the last meeting when I was at Leicester overnight. I came in via Nottingham to Southwell. Well, Newcastle to Northgate, Newcastle train to Wollaston. But there's a lack of trains at Wollaston at any direction on Sunday. And it must have been pretty expensive these days. Northgate used to be a lot cheaper, and the train costs have gone ridiculously in my view. And I must have gone a different way. I was going via Nottingham. I was actually going Newcastle to York, Leeds, Nottingham, Wollaston. I get a 2:55 at the same time as the first race. That's the way the race in the first race being split. So I was not going to make it through what now is the first race, but it wasn't. I think I said it already. It was a decent enough race. So why am I now sat in Newark Northgate Station? Yes, it's an odd thing. Got to Leeds, suddenly found this train to cancel. My 12:09 train was cancelled to Nottingham. Next train I tried to in a sort of looked at an office near where platform was getting off at from NER. So next to Nottingham's what? And he didn't really help very much here by saying next to Nottingham. He said, "Oh, it's near Nottingham, isn't it?" or something. I'm going to Wollaston. He didn't. I mean, that's not really helping me. By 1 o'clock, I just would have not bothered. Seriously, I mean, because I got there for the first race 2:55. First I was expecting to go to 3:25. But next to the Wollaston, the missed one I was going to get was 5 o'clock. I mean, you're getting 1 to 5 is absolutely pointless. Might as well hang on in Leeds, frankly, and just spend the afternoon there and just sack Southwell can get a refund for my ticket and sack Wollaston completely. And I realised looking on as a possibility, because now I realise you can use, if any of Northern, TransPennine or any other trains are cancelled, you can use on any other company. Plus, technically, if it's Southwestern, Southern, technically, if it's down in South, obviously, because they're all state-owned. And obviously, those last two are completely pointless because they're nowhere near London. But it happened, you could do. And I realised I get a train down to Grantham. The problem was on the NER, because the Northern train I was getting out of Leeds would actually, I could use it to Grantham. Then Grantham to, wherever it was, somewhere of a forgotten place now. And then somewhere else, and then get to Wollaston for the 2:55. I get the same train. And it was just, this is awkward. Get a ticket off, main ticket off in Leeds, and much more helpful than the guy earlier on had been. And I said, when I was saying the work, it's an Northern train only, so I couldn't use it as a possible cross-country, but I couldn't use it, the train ticket for that one, because it's Northern train only tickets, and consequently, obviously, not state-owned, or they're pretty expensive, but not great, in my view. But they aren't state-owned, so you can't use that. But there was a possible 11:05 train, I knew that when I was into Grantham, as I said, and very suspicious as well, and I went realising, hang on, I get off a Newark Northgate when I was on the train. I thought about this as well, maybe I looked and it must have Newark, doesn't it? Oh, right. So it's got Newark. And simply get off a train. I mean, the train managers had no issue at all, basically, about me getting this train from an Northern train. I was wondering something like, I have read a situation of people staff not knowing about this is the case. So that was fine. And I can just buy a ticket for $3.60, frankly. It's not really a great issue. Here to originally was out $13.61 to get to 2:55 to Watson 2:55. I had to go by Nottingham, and I was looking out, going down. Oh, hang on, there's a train just after 3 o'clock here, and I can get there just after 3:10 to Wollaston. I should just about make the second race. There's no point making 2:55. I can't make the first race anyway. And I should, along the train, it runs and everything's on time. Get the second race. It will be a bit tight, but I should be all right with it. Really, it's walk a bit quickly, I should be fine. So that should be there. If it came desperate, I could get the taxi. Did a little look at walking. I was about just under 6 miles, maybe slightly above that. But I did look at find a route of doing it. I think you can do it, but it was like somewhere about, I said 7.7 miles. Like 4 pages of instructions on the phone, and I'm thinking, no, I got lost in end up going across one field or something. I'm not going to do that. Taxi's about 15 to 19 quid. I would have done it if I had to. When I realised I want this train ticket only at $3.60, well, that's fine. I'll look something to eat here. I didn't have a chance to eat earlier. Well, I did. I thought I'd be able to eat in Leeds, and then suddenly, of course, I was trying to waste around trying to sort things out. There's a cafe, a couple of cafes I think were well reviewed. I go to that. What I do here though until 3 o'clock, I don't know. I've been to small museum before. Unfortunately, it's closed today, and I might just have a look at the castle, but you can't get in it. I think the gardens are nice, but. To just go for a pint or two, maybe? There's not much else. I don't think there's a lot to do here. I looked before. I think I looked this up last year. Not last year, when in April. I was having a look when I ended up sending 3 hours to Nottingham in a nice Windmill Science Centre. But that was that. I didn't, because there wasn't a lot here. There's stuff around, but it's in Southwell, oddly enough. It's actually, unfortunately, with Southwell, it's not near Wollaston. It's like 2 miles north of Racecourse. So so anything to do, it's just a little outside Newark, while the Civil War Centre is actually closed. So I'll do it, get some to eat, maybe have a drink or two, have a wander around, maybe wander up another Trent slightly. It's a nice area actually, Newark, and just maybe wander around. Queasy warm in Newark. I remember saying, I don't know if I said York. I've heard it said once or twice before. There's one possible first time I went to York. I know it's a sort of smallest violin in the world, this, but it was pretty oppressive, the heat. And the second race of the breeze, it was a relief. Can't remember which one. That was either Wednesday. Well, the second time I went to either Wednesday or Friday of the EBO meeting back in 2015. And there's a Nubian Ascot meeting back 2021, I think. It's coming up. It's open, of course, will be opening after COVID. And that was rough as well, frankly. It's humid. It really is warm. We're getting warm. I found a cafe actually, but it was decent enough. It wasn't the greatest breakfast. It was a nice enough breakfast. I think it was the cheapest coffee. It was a nice enough place. But we ended up doing a coffee and thinking maybe I should have had a cold drink instead. Increasingly warm, but it is getting warmer and warmer. So I ended up wandering around Newark. Well, I might as well see if I can show this correctly. I'm actually at the Trent at the minute. See, there's a sign over there. Was going forward, saying Bull in Field. I know it's originally was not an obvious public bridle way sign. It's going the other way, and I thought, right, Bull, no. I think I might give us a miss. I don't know. It looks like it's that direction. I'm not actually. Trying to look at, well, the other direction it could be, and it's through a forest, I think. So I think it must be that way. I'm not taking the risk, thank you very much. I'd rather your Darwin Award of a stupid way to move itself from a gene pool, although there's not, I'll have to mean single, there's not much chance of that anyway. I'm 53, there's not much chance of that anyway. So I'd offer, but any hopes of that might be ended. And I don't, maybe being gored in an awkward position might end it anyway, keeping me alive. But it would be stupidity. So I just wander around. I've got a couple of hours until we train at 3 o'clock out at Newark Castle. I don't think feet along here actually, so I might just wander around, maybe and sit down on the grass or something. It's a nice place. I've walked along this part of the Trent a couple of times, the other direction, where I knew I could get across here to here from Northgate, because a couple of times I've gone from Newark Castle. Well, once I just randomly went along here. There's quite a bit of time in hand, which I didn't have time for a pint or anything like that. I had enough time to get to the Newark Northgate station a bit later, basically. And so I found, hello, let's walk along the train. We can get out this way as well. That's useful. So I did another time later on, so the other way around of this time around. But it is warm. I think that's about it. Now I've got, so York obviously last Friday. I've got 3 meetings in 3 days. It's the first time I've done it in quite a while in different race courses. Hamilton on Thursday. Friday Newbury for listed race I haven't been to, and Saturday. No, is that Saturday? Cartmel? Must be. Yeah, it must be Saturday Cartmel, because it's referred to 3 days, I think. I think it's Cartmel. I've got diary, I do know this. So it must be Cartmel then. Got the very slow but very picturesque train journey, and hopefully it will be at least be sunny in that sense there. It goes just about everywhere in Cumbria. It's like 3 hours between Carlisle and Cartmel. The way back it's a much quicker wait. But I mean, it's a really nice, fascinating train journey. It's absolutely beautiful. I'd advise anyone to take this one. It's from Cart goes Workington, probably, I think. As it go, Sellafield of all places. Don't joke. I see people get on with an extra head or something. But that stops there. I don't think too many people get off of Sellafield who aren't going to a nuclear power station. There's a very strange sign I saw once, and I'll have to see if I see it. No, if it was at Sellafield, it was at one of the stations. Very odd sign, and I wish I could remember what it was. And so I can see it again on one of these smaller train places. I said, what is it, Workington? Where's the other place? sort of rivals the workings and possibly Barrow it might be. I don't know if I go for Barrow. I think Barrow might different direction. I'm not sure. But there's some other places which it because they've just been everywhere. Nice City-West journey. I've got Newmarket start of August. I'm spending a bit of money more than I like to spend at the minute, and I think I have to be a bit careful how much I go racing. I'm spending more money. I was looking at my bank balance thinking it should be better than this, frankly. And it's not just racing, I just need to be careful on spending money on, frankly. Too much unhealthy food, which is always more expensive, and buying healthy food is one of it, so I'll have to sort that out, but still too much overweight. Well, that might be, I think I may have 1 or 2 other meetings somewhere over. I can't remember where they are, and if I remember them, I better turn up to them. Well, more stressful getting the Southwell than I expected, here with me. I've said before, but I'm not a fan of racing company, and the bizarre thing we've done a month or two ago, a few months back, when we had this issue with Southwell. Last day I went left the day before, and then Southwell the next day, was they clearly deleted my account. So they recreated my email address, they used my email address, and it worked, and I created a new account, and we deleted it. God knows why. And it came really difficult to get in this time round, and they not emailed me. I have to maybe alter the...
change for the upcoming third race. The High-Vet Sports Daily Odds Boost Handicap Stakes. Number 9, Lazy Lunch, will now be ridden by Tom Marcon.
Oh, there you go.
That's in the upcoming third race.
There you go.
Number 9,
and they
Lazy Lunch. Now the man
seem to not email me race tickets, and I thought, well, I use a race day app. I hadn't realised I got it. I mean, it sort of disconnected, and then I couldn't get an internet connection. I had to desperately try on a Wi-Fi. I was getting quite close to the second race starting. I might get a Wi-Fi connection sorted out. Then the phone light wasn't great. I think that's my phone's problem, not anything to do with the racing company. And luckily, I'd sort of seen the tickets, and I don't to scan it. He was all right. I mean, it was just absolutely increasingly annoying, and I didn't look very friendly. Not with him. Sort of better with the racing company in Southwell. And it's just not good enough. It really isn't. Why they're not emailing me tickets, I don't know. And then the effect's not going to see if they put me in protection to work. Of course, that's again not them. But the real issue is I haven't even made tickets in the first place. I mean, that's incredibly difficult.